Hey y'all, and welcome to another Halloween tutorial. So as you can tell by the title and intro, we're going to be doing a Cleopatra look today. I know there's already hundreds on the internet, but I thought I'd make it 101. Jumping into the eyes, I'm going to be priming my lids with a combo of the Cover FX Power Play Concealer and the ABH Eye Primer. I'll be using a Morphe E45 to blend it all in. I'll be setting that base with the same Morphe E45 and the RCMA No Color Powder. Using a Sigma E05 and the Color Intuition from the Carnival XL Pro palette, I'm going to be carving out my crease. This is going to give us good guidance for where we're going to cut the crease later and also give us the depth and definition that we're going to be building up to. I'm using a Morphe M506 with the color Basic from the same palette to blend out the edges. I want to apologize in advance because I'm going to be using a lot of palettes, so if you're recreating this look, just use what you have. I'm going to further soften the edges using a Morphe M562 in the color Beach Babe. Any soft brown will do. Now I'm going back to redefine the colors that I previously put down, just in case we lost anything during the blending. Now with a Q-tip dipped in micellar water, I'm going to clean the lids and cut the crease. I wanted to add more depth to the crease, so I'm going into the Juvia's Place Nomad palette with the deep brown and my Sigma E05. Using the Danessa Myricks Waterproof Cream Palette, I'm using the color Beaches on the outer half of my lid as a base for the blue that we're going to put down later. On the inner third of the lid, I'll be using the same primer combo from the beginning of the tutorial. With the Festival palette from Juvia's Place and a Morphe R42, I'm going to go into the color ABBA to set the blue. Going back into the Carnival XL Pro, I'm going in with the color Fortune on a BH Cosmetics eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to set the inner third of the lid, blending it into the blue. I'm using the color Amp from this Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette to blend the two colors together. I'll be lining my lids with the Haus Labs Black Felt Tip Liner. For the rest of the liner, I'll be using the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I prefer using this liner for more detailed, strenuous liner work because it's a brush tip versus a felt tip, so it has an easier glide and a smoother application. I'm going to be filling the wing portion in with the black, and then I'm going to trace over the crease with the black and a thinner line so it has a more tapered effect on the eye. Here it is again on the other eye. When it comes to liner work, slow and steady wins the race. You don't have to go so fast. If there's any part of your makeup that you take the time on, have it be your line work. Now I'm coating my lashes with my favorite Kush mascara from Milk Makeup. And this is what I look like when I'm rehearsing my TikToks in between filming. Moving right along to complexion, I'm using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More to prime my skin for a nice flawless base. For foundation, I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r in the color 310 and a Morphe Y7. I'll be using the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in G Medium 1 to conceal and highlight. If your concealer has a generous play time like the Power Play does, I would definitely suggest letting it dry down for a bit. This will not only maximize your coverage, but make it so much easier to blend out later. As always, I'll be using the Morphe G2, aka Beauty Blender on a Stick, to blend out my concealer. I'll also be using a more detailed brush to get close to the wing that I made so it's nice and clean and I don't mess anything up. I'll be using the Power Play Concealer in N Deep 5 and a Morphe E46 to define and chisel the cheeks. Set my face with the RCMA No Color Powder. To enhance the contour, I'll be using the Melt Makeup Contour and Sculpt Stack in Medium Dark. I'll be using the Morphe M562 to contour my nose. As always, I can't really explain the process of contouring the nose. I kind of just do it, kind of wing it every time. So take with this what you will, do as I do, not as I say. Time to add some glow to the skin. I'm using the Nudestix Nudies All Over Face Color in Hey Honey with the Morphe M451. I was not paying attention to what I was doing, so for this part, I'm completely out of frame. To intensify the highlight, I'm going in with the Givenchy highlighter in Shimmery Gold. To add some color to the cheeks, I'll be using the Milani Powder Blush in Romantic Rose with the Sigma F50. To extend the liner, I'll be using the NYX Epic Ink Liner to create an inner wing. I'll also be hugging that liner against the bottom lash line. Popping on a little bit of concealer just to make sure everything is cleaned up and also to ensure the under eye is nice and bright. And of course, I'm gonna go ahead and set that concealer I just put down. Using another Danessa Myricks waterproof cream palette, I'm going into the color yellow to line right below the black line that we created. To set that, I'm going in with the Hourglass number 11 brush in the same yellow gold that we used on the lid. I'm going to make a thin black line right underneath the shadow we just put down. It's gonna just slightly extend past the lash line in the back, but it's gonna fully extend past the lash line in the front. Moving on to the eye pore symbol, I'm using the Makeup Forever Artist Pencil in 500 Boundless Bisque to map everything out. Mapping things out before going in with the black liner makes things so much easier for you. I'll be filling in that outline with the NYX Epic Ink Liner. For some reason I forgot to film the lips, but to create this ombre, I used a Sephora lip stain in 28 Pretty Auburn and the Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipstick in Verona. I then topped it off with the clear gloss. I used the Kiss Eye Envy lashes in Iconic number 17 with the House of Lashes glue, and to draw on my eyebrows, I used the Makeup Revolution brow pomade in dark brown. As you can see me struggling with this body chain, I could not figure out the correct way to put it on. Every time I thought I had it, I didn't have it and I had to start over again. The body chain is from Amazon, unfortunately, but you can find any body chain or any gold embellishments that you'd like. I also hated that these two metals didn't match, so I ended up changing the headpiece to something that would match a little bit better. I was having a bit of a hard time to get this headpiece to lay properly, but eventually we got there, kinda, sorta, but not really. And because I get a little bit dewy sitting under all those studio lights, I'm using the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer to blot my skin. Rest in peace, Becca. This product was literally chef's kiss. While I fidget some more with this headpiece, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. For more Halloween tutorials, be sure to subscribe, comment, and thumbs up this video. Thank you again so much for watching. Peace and light, y'all.